I gotta.
What's up, my pros? Welcome back to another episode of your boy, Insightful Sessions, Kevin Prolix. Let's get right into it. You're right here. We got Gucci, man. He's talking about what goes through his mind when he's writing a song. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I'm writing a song, I have that same mentality. Yo, put the beat on. Let me just vibe out real quick. Yo, as soon as I catch that first line, whatever pops into my head, it could be anything. I could be, like he said, I feeling like the greatest, and then I'll just go on from there. What starts as a freestyle turns out into a couple of bars. Turns out I could either transition it from the first verse into a hook, and then once I get that first line out the way, then I gotta differentiate. All right, is it gonna be my verse or is it gonna be part of the hook? If it's part of the verse, I'll just hammer way through it. And if I'm on a good one, then that verse will be written in like 10 minutes or less. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes it'll be like an hour and then I'll finish a verse. That's when I'm really deep in thought, like really trying to put stuff together. But most of the time, I'm gonna get the hook done first because that'll be like in my brain, like, yo, this is what I'm vibing with right now. This is what's gonna go. Yeah, some people, they don't have it like that though. They'll be like stuck 3 days on a song. Like, I don't know how to help y'all, but these are good advice from what he's saying. Pick your beat. Once you got the beat, listen to it. If you're vibing out, start freestyling. If you're freestyling and you get a good groove and something you say, you're really feeling that, write it down. Once you wrote that down, then you go to the next line. Once you got another line, go to the next line. It's just like he said, puzzle pieces. I like to use that metaphor too. Me and the homie Batani, we writing songs and then that really seems like a thing. Puzzle piece. The hook is usually the hardest part for people. For me, it's usually one of the easiest because like it's just repetition. Anything you could think of that's gonna stick in people's heads, you gotta keep in mind 3. If you can say something that's gonna get repeated a lot, just think of 3s. Be like, some, boom, some, boom, some, boom. And then by the time the 3rd time runs around, I'm gonna be thinking, oh, he's gonna boom, like, and then it just goes. Sometimes it don't work like that. Other people be like, man, I'm stuck on this song. Like, how am I gonna make this song be more than what I think it is? Don't even think too hard on it. Just grab that feeling in your guts and think, all right, this is what I'm gonna go with and I'm gonna stick with it. Like I got a song, Woman Crush Wednesday. The homies was like, yo, this is mad catchy. And I'm basically saying the same thing over and over again. Like, tell me how you get so fly. Damn, you really caught my eye. I just wanna make you mine. Can you be my woman crush? Woman crush, woman crush. Can you be my woman crush? Woman crush, woman crush, woman crush Wednesday. And then boom, it's like hook. Super easy for me, but some people, they get real caught up in it. I think like the fastest I've ever written a song must have been like 30 minutes or less. But when you're making music, it don't even matter how long it takes. It could take years just to get one song done. But that's just because you're making it perfect or you don't have the sound yet to what you want to incorporate into the song. Me, I know I've had some songs where they've taken me anywhere from 1 day to a week just to finish because like maybe I'll knock out a hook and then I'll be too tired and I'll be like, you know what, I got to come back to this because I don't have the energy right now to finish the verse. So sometimes I'll have to go back to it like a couple days later and then finish the verse. And then maybe I have to come back again another couple days later and finish the second verse. Or decide I'm not even gonna do a second verse and just have a hook, verse, hook. Like nowadays with the streaming, mostly people are doing shorter songs. Like you're not seeing the 5-10 minute songs like you were in the 70s to the 80s and some of the 90s. But now streaming is the big thing. So if the songs could be impactful and less time consuming, it'll just run up your streams even more because like your song is only a minute, 2 minutes long, like people will be running through that so quick. Put that on repeat, go again. Like the numbers just keep adding up. But that's another topic for another time. Back onto the subject of music. I'd say when I first started writing, I struggled. Like I did not think about freestyling or whatever. Most of the time I'll just hear the beat and I'll be vibing to it, and then whatever popped into my head that first second, boom, I'll write it down. And then I would take my time and write out the verse. And once the verse is done, then it was a challenge for me to get the hook. So I was like, okay, well, how do I write the hook? What do I say? That's mostly the biggest thing. But I don't even trip on that no more. I just think about repetition and what's gonna stick in people's head. All right, is it catchy? If it's not catchy, then I gotta rewrite that. Or I'll just let someone else do it. If I'm doing it like a multiple type of deal, like me and another artist, maybe they'll write the verse and the hook, and then I'll just have to write one verse, you know? For the most part, I'm hands-on with what I'm doing. So I'm definitely gonna be writing my own verses, my own hooks. Anything you see me on, I wrote it. Like, no ghostwriters over here. I love to ghostwrite for people because I'm pretty confident in my ability to write. But back when I first started, I was struggling. I look back at some of my early written, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not gonna fly. Some songs I have out right now, I'm just like, man, what was I thinking? Like, but hey, you live and you learn. One of my favorite parts of writing is definitely gotta be the hooks, because it's so much fun, you know? You just think of something, and then either it's bouncy or it's catchy, or you think of it and it's like real repetitive. One song that sticks in my mind, Lil Pump, Gucci Gang, like so simple. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, like, bruh, it's not even that hard. It's not, don't make it more difficult than it has to be. Like, if it sounds too easy, but it's catchy, run it. If it's more complicated and people aren't gonna memorize it that easily, probably scrap it. Because you don't want people thinking like, well, how does that song go? It's gotta be automatic. Like once they hear that beat, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I know that song. Like even if it's the hook is all they know, you gotta give them something that's gonna be stuck in their brain. Most of the biggest songs out there, they have something that catches your ear and it just sticks in your head and you're just like, bro, how can I not get that song out of my head? It's just that catchy, yo. It's a formula almost. Once you mastered that formula, how you're gonna write a song, every other song just comes so naturally. Yo, if you're an artist, what are your thoughts? How do you make music? What inspires you to write? What gets you in that groove to write? Let me know in the comments. Yo, if you're an artist and you're looking for a placement on a Spotify playlist, you definitely gotta hit my website and go follow that and send me a DM on the email or send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. Be like, yo, how can I get on your playlist? Right now we got 20 likes on there. Trying to get to 100 by at least the end of the year. So holla at me with that. Yo, if you like this video, go ahead and press the like and subscribe. If this wasn't informative to you, yeah, you put a thumbs down. Keep it pushing. But I'm gonna keep on doing these videos for the artists, for the people that maybe wanted to know, and just to give a little bit more of myself. So keep messing with me. It's your boy Kevin Prolix. This has been another insightful session, and we out.